What can I do for you, Rod? You just tell me, what can I do for you?
Here it is.
I want to make sure you win.
Show me the money.
Show you the money. Show you the money. Show me the money. Show me the money!
Show me the money. Brian Mack is back after a nice trip down to Disney. Hi, Ava.
Say hi.
Hi.
Was Disney good to you?
Yeah.
It was, huh? I saw your little trip at the castle.
Hey, we're gonna win a lot of money today.
We're gonna win a lot of money.
We're going to win some money. Good job. You're right. And Daddy, you know what? Daddy brought you to Disney last week. What a great trip that was. By the way, Mr. Brian Mack is back. I love saying that. 4-1 last week. Brian Mack, 4-1 last week. Mr. Nodder is unable to join us this morning. He has some duties. But, however, he has graced us with his picks, as Brian did last week. Brian, 4-1 last week.
That's it. We're on fire, Ray. We're on fire, and we're not stopping. We're not slowing down.
Not slowing down, keeping it moving. Nodder was 4-1 as well. I was a complete dumpster fire last week, 0-5. Disclaimer, I did say Brian sent me his picks, so I tried to go away from what Brian had. Not going to do that again. With that being said, we did hit a five-leg player prop last week. Hey, what's up? How you doing, J-Mo? Hi. I love it. This is a family-friendly kid show. However, we do not encourage gambling under the age of 21. So, with that being said, Ryan, let's run over these percentages real quick. As you know, we are going to be presenting you with our lock of the week, our survivor pick of the week, and our 5-alarm fire picks, along with some player props. Theory behind the 5-alarm is the house always wins, right? And today we are going to burn the house down. What are we looking at today? Detroit is playing Baltimore. Baltimore -2.5. Flip a coin there. Money spread evenly. Las Vegas at Chicago. Chicago +2.5. 27% of the gamblers out there do like the home team. Cleveland is at Indianapolis +3.5. 29% there with the home team as well. The Bills are traveling to Gillette today. Patriots are getting 7.5 at home. Pats fans not confident. Only 23% of bettors taking the Pats. Washington playing the Giants. Giants +2, 53% leaning towards the G-men. Atlanta at Tampa Bay -2.5. 73% love the home team today. Pittsburgh, 4 p.m. games here. Pittsburgh at the LA Rams -3. 73% say the Rams got this one in the bag. Arizona at Seattle -8.5. 76% love the Seahawks. Green Bay at Denver. Denver getting one at home. 38% are in support of the home team. Chargers at the Chiefs. Chiefs -5.5. 29% of the bets. This is a funny one for me. 29% of the bets like the home team. That's it. Sunday Night Football. Miami Dolphins at Eagle Fly -3 for the Eagles. 57% love the home team. And Monday Night Football, we have the Niners taking on Minnesota. Minnesota getting +6.5 at home. Only 20% believe in the Vikings tomorrow night. Whew. Brian, you hear some of those numbers. Anything stick out to you right away?
Well, the Seahawks, surprisingly, as bad as they played last week, and considering they're not even, I wouldn't even consider them like a top 10 team in the NFL. The fact that, what was the number, Ray? 78% of the money?
76% love the Seahawks today.
76% love the Seahawks. And I mean, I have them on mine as well, but that number sticks out to me. I mean, realistically, we're talking about the majority of the money this year has flip-flopped in regards to like what I like. So it's hard for me to go off of, what the public likes in regards to having it sway my pick. But that number definitely surprised me. I thought it would be more like that 60-40 range,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, that's the number that stuck out most to me. What about you?
Listen, honestly, the number that stuck out for me the most was Kansas City Chiefs. Only 29% of the bettors are taking the Chiefs. So, that's my lock of the week this week. Kansas City. If only 29% of you like the Chiefs, -5.5, I am riding with the Chiefs. I'll give the 5.5 points at Arrowhead. I can't stand the Chargers head coach, Mr. Staley. He is running that playoff-bound potential team into the dirt. My lock of the week, we'll start right with it, Brian. I'm going with the Chiefs in my lock. Who do you like? What's your lock of the week?
I actually like the Chiefs. And considering Kelsey was hurt a little while, Mahomes hasn't been Mahomes really. They haven't played to their potential. So they're just, I mean, I could see this week being a breakout week for the Chiefs. All things considering, the Chargers haven't been that great at all, you know. No. So I think that's a great lock. I have the Bills. I know this is going to kind of hurt you a little bit, but I like the Bills minus 7.5 against the Pats. You know, until that offense can, you know, figure it out to some degree, you know, besides one bad week for the Bills, you know, after week one, they've been, you know, a top 2-3 team in the NFL. So I like the Bills minus 7.5 as my lock against the Pats.
I like it, and you're not going to hurt my feelings. There's one thing that we're here for this morning, Brian, and that is to win some god-darn money. I've made the mistake of taking my team twice now. I will never take them again. Good morning to Mr. David Morrison. Thank you for joining us. And what's up to the X Factor? Thank you for joining us as well over on YouTube. Much appreciated. We're going to get this thing going. By the way, anybody that you like today, please drop a comment. We'd love to know, and we would love to share it. So, Notter's not here. He loves Buffalo as well. Brian with a great breakdown. Feelings not hurt. We're going to keep it moving over. Now, Survivor pick. We talked a little bit about this, Brian. Talked a little bit about the Survivor. You know, we shared some text messages. Last week, we were all in agreement that we liked the Buffalo Bills. Now, you want to talk about sweating out a Survivor pick? Last week, boy, did we sweat that one out. So far this year, we have used the likes of, and give me one moment here. I apologize. Week 1, we used the Baltimore Ravens. Week 2, we used the Dallas Cowboys. Week 3, we all were in agreement. Kansas City Chiefs, 4 Niners, 5 Dolphins. Last week was the Bills, and this week, who are we taking, Bri?
I mean, you and I know Nader had a different pick, but in agreement of you and I love the Rams here. I love the Rams -3 over the Steelers. Cooper Kupp's back in action. I have him in my player prop parlay, which we'll go over later. But I really love the Rams here -3 against, you know, the most inconsistent team probably in the NFL, being the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you never know what you're going to get out of them. But I think this could be a 20-point win for the Rams.
Daddy, can you drop the
Yep. Obviously, we shared the same message in the group text. I'm riding with LA this week. LA Rams. Nodder is going with the Seattle Seahawks. Great pick, divisional game. The Seahawks are 8.5-point favorite at home. Moving forward with the Survivors, there you have it, folks. Week 7 Survivors, we have the LA Rams, and with Brian, myself, and Mr. Nodder. He's going to take the Seattle Seahawks. Can't go wrong either way. Cannot go wrong either way. So, Brian, let's move it along into the, I don't know, you want to do maybe a 5-alarm fire picks?
Yep, you got it. So my 5-alarm fire, we've been hot the past couple weeks. I think I've won 4-1 multiple weeks now. I forgot, Ray, how many games over 500 am I?
So, Brian, your current record right now sits at 13-7.
13-7. Love
on the year.
Love that.
No, how many games over? Games over 500.
Tell you what, people pay a lot of money for 13-7. A lot of money. So we're running it down here. My 5-alarm fire. We got Rams -3 over the Steelers. You know, for the reasons I mentioned a minute or two ago. I love the Lions here, +3. I think the Lions are one of the best teams in football this year. We have a Ravens team that, you know, shit the bed last week. I'm not big on Lamar Jackson, as you know.
Yep.
I got Raiders -2.5 over the Bears. Justin Fields is going to be out for a few weeks. I think the Raiders, and now Devontae, you know, voicing his opinion on getting the ball more. I love Raiders big here. That spread's too low against a backup quarterback. Bills -7.5 over the Pats. And then, you know, this game could scare me, but I'm taking the Seahawks -8.5 over the Cardinals. I do think they're a much better team. Cardinals, one of the worst defenses in football. Geno Smith should have a rebound week this week, should have a field day. And that's my 5-alarm fire. What do we got over you, Ray?
Brian, I love it. I love your 5-alarm fire. However, yeah, I love it. I do. I love it. Brian was 4-1 last week. I do not recommend anybody who is listening right now to take my 5-alarm fire picks. I am going against the grain this week. I am in agreement with one of my picks. That would be the LA Rams. 73% of the public do like the Rams. However, I am taking the Colts, getting +3.5 at home. Gardner Minshew Magic. We'll see what happens with that. Detroit. I'm taking the 2.5. Detroit at Baltimore. I'm a big fan of the Lions this year. They're a solid team. Like I said earlier, my lock of the week this week was the Kansas City Chiefs based on that number of 29% only liking the Chiefs at home. -5.5. And then you know what? Sunday Night Football. Who are we gambling on tonight, folks? Well, I am taking the ever so high-powered Miami Dolphins, getting +3. I'm not very confident the way that the Eagles have played at all this year. They've been very inconsistent. Their offense is here or there, higher, low. So let's go. That's it. Nodder. We have Nodder's picks as well. Brian, do you have them in front of you? You want me to slam them out?
Yes, slam them out before so my kids don't yell at you.
I love it. All right, so Nodder likes Denver getting 1.5 points. He's also in agreement with Brian. He's taking Seattle -8.5. He loves the Lions money line. He says, you know what? I don't think I see many points in the Kansas City game tonight. He's taking the under 47.5. And last but not least, he's in agreement with Brian once again. He's taking Buffalo -7.5. Nodder and Brian last week both went 4-1. Nodder's overall record 14-5-1. Brian 13-7. Mine, I am 6-13-1. Currently 7 games under 5. However, the 5-leg parlay did hit this week, and we are going to get into that right now. Right now, we're getting into these parlay picks. Brian, go ahead and run yours off.
Yeah. So we got DJ Moore under 53.5 receiving yards. Tyson Bajant. I don't even know if he's thrown a pass ever in his career, let alone in the NFL. So we're taking DJ Moore under 53.5. Jared Goff over 1.5 touchdowns. Lions monster day. Forget getting points. Lions win by 17. So I think Goff goes off today. Russell Wilson over 23.5 rushing yards. This Bronco game is going to be putrid to watch, but I think Russell's going to have the opportunity to showcase his ability to escape and get some yardage. I think he's going to get 23.5 off of just 1 or 2 runs. So that should be locked up by the first half. And then we got Cooper Kupp. Like I said, rebounded. He's back in action. He's in top tier form. Over 89.5 receiving yards. 4-player prop parlay coming at you, and that's going to win you over $400 for a $100 bet.
Very nice. Plus 430 we're looking at right there with Brian's player prop. Nodder likes Terry McLaurin, anytime touchdown score. He said Mark Andrews is going to score a touchdown. Josh Allen over 1.5 touchdown passes thrown. He says Travis Kelce. I'm going to go over 6.5 receiving yard receptions. A.J. Dillon over 38.5 yards on the ground. That player prop is going to pay out $6,444 plus $6,444. J-Mo in the house. What's up, buddy? I hope you're bringing me luck right now. I hope you're bringing me luck, because what do I have in store today for my player prop? Hit a 5-legger last week. We are ending up this week. Last week we went with all of the London game. This week we're going with all the 1 o'clocks, folks. Let's have a little bit of money to play with. Hopefully you'll be able to play with yours like I've played with mine the last few weeks. So our first player pick, we're going Tampa Bay straight up. Tampa Bay is going to win today over Atlanta. In that game, I also like Rashad White. He's going to go under 13.5 rushing attempts today. I'm in disagreement with Brian here. I do like DJ Moore over 55.5 yards last week. He did receive quite a few targets once Fields was out. Tyler Scott, the roommate of the starting quarterback, or the best friend, one or the other, I forget. He's going to get at least 2 catches today. I'm taking the over 1.5 receptions. Sam Howell against the Giants, over 14.5 rushing yards. 1 scramble should do there. Saquon Barkley, if the Giants had a clue and they could coach, they could hand this guy the ball off, the Giants would win the football game today, folks. So in order for the Giants to win today, and that's the name of the game, we're winning, Saquon is going to go over this 69.5-yard rushing mark. Zay Flowers made me some money last week. He had over 4.5 catches. We're going to run that back. Last but not least, Jared Goff leading the Lions to victory today. He's going to do it with his arm. David Montgomery's out. Jameer Gibbs is banged up. Goff over 242.5 yards receiving. Folks, that 8-player parlay right there, that is a plus $17,703 winner right there. So with that being said, dissect it. If you don't like something, get rid of it. But I'm running with it. I'm not going to throw a Benji on there. But I might be able to afford a $10 or $20 bill for a couple G's. So, with that being said, Brian, you are muted right now. If you do decide to say something, and I'd love to hear from you.
Yeah.
Am I completely insane?
I didn't want JMO to interrupt that.
Let him
Yeah,
talk.
I mean, listen, I love that 8-teamer. I mean, I'm a Bears fan. If you guys haven't tuned in the past few weeks, I'm just I'm not keen on this team. So I love taking the under, or I love betting against them because that's how bad they are.
Yep.
But I don't mind that at all, right? I think that's worth throwing 10 or 20 bucks down.
Hey, man, what's the worst that's going to happen? You know? You might run out of gas a couple miles short of your destination because you didn't have that extra 10 or 20 bucks to put in your tank. But anyway.
True.
You know, with that being said, Brian, hey, you got your hands full over there. I got to go make little man some breakfast. I got some.
Go win some money.
I got some NFL picks to pick. Everybody's going and doing their thing. Enjoy. Let's win some money, J-Mo.
Let's win some money, baby.
Let's go.